While Americans are spending $87 billion every year on anti-aging products that barely work, elderly Japanese people are doing something that looks absolutely ridiculous but scientifically defies everything we thought we knew about aging. I'm talking about movements so strange you might actually laugh. Bouncing like a rabbit, crumpling newspaper with your toes, walking backward in straight lines. These aren't exercises you'll find in any American gym. But here's what most people don't know. Japan has the highest number of centenarians per capita in the world. While the average American's healthy lifespan ends at 66, Japanese elders are hiking mountains and living independently well into their 90s. The secret isn't expensive supplements. It's 6 movements that target things Western fitness completely ignores: bone density, toe strength, eye muscles, even internal organ massage. Drop a comment. What's your biggest aging concern? Balance? Energy? Joint pain? I'll give you specific advice. And hit subscribe for more longevity secrets. Today, you're getting all 6 weird movements. 15 minutes total. No equipment, just simple positions that deliver results you can feel within days. Let's jump into the first movement that's going to revolutionize your bone density. Let's start with something that might make you laugh, but will revolutionize your bone density. This is Usagi Tobi, which translates to rabbit jumps. And yes, you're going to look exactly like a bunny hopping around your living room. This exercise was originally developed by Japanese track and field coaches in the 1960s to train Olympic athletes. But researchers discovered something shocking. Elderly people who did this gentle bouncing just 3 times a week had bone density comparable to individuals 20 years younger. Here's what's happening inside your bones. When you create impact, even gentle impact, you trigger the piezoelectric effect. Mechanical stress generates tiny electrical charges that wake up your osteoblasts, the cells that build new bone tissue. It's like telling your skeleton, "We still need you to be strong." Why does this matter? Because one wrong step can lead to a hip fracture, and that fracture can lead to loss of independence. 20% of people over 65 who break a hip die within 1 year, not from the fracture itself, but from complications that follow immobility. Here's how you do Usagi Tobi. Start with feet together and knees slightly bent. Using just your ankles as springs, create small, gentle bounces. You're not jumping with your knees. You're rebounding off the balls of your feet, letting your ankles do the work. Arms hang relaxed at your sides or extend forward for balance. The key detail: you only need 2 to 3 inches off the ground. This isn't about height, it's about impact. Each landing sends that piezoelectric signal through your entire skeletal system. Start with 30 seconds, work up to 1 minute, then 3 minutes. The most common mistake is landing hard on heels or using knees to generate bounce. Keep it light. Keep it in your ankles. Now that we've addressed your bones, let's move to something even more overlooked: the hidden strength in your toes that's been sleeping for decades. This next movement looks silly, but Japanese physical therapists discovered something remarkable. Elderly patients, who could crumple a full sheet of newspaper with their toes alone, had an 83% lower fall rate than those who couldn't. This is Shinbun Nigiri, which means newspaper gripping. It was developed in Japanese rehabilitation centers during the 1970s for stroke recovery. Then, doctors noticed elderly people who practiced this stopped falling. Here's the problem. Modern shoes have created foot amnesia. We've forgotten how to use the intrinsic muscles in our feet. You have 20 small muscles in each foot that control your arch, balance, and stability. Years of cushioned shoes have put these muscles to sleep. When your toe muscles are weak, your entire foundation becomes unstable. Your ankles compensate, then your knees, then your hips. Before you know it, you're shuffling when you walk and grabbing handrails on stairs. Here's how to do Shinbun Nigiri. Sit in a chair with bare feet. Place a full sheet of newspaper flat on the floor. Now, using only your toes, grip the paper and crumple it into a tight ball. Don't use your hands, just your toes doing all the work. What you'll feel at first is cramping. That's actually good. It means you're waking up dormant muscles. You might feel burning through your arch and activation running up your lower leg. That's 20 intrinsic foot muscles getting back to work. Start with thin paper. Work each foot for 3 to 5 minutes. Do 2 to 3 rounds daily. As you get stronger, progress to thicker paper, then magazines, then cardboard. The most common mistake is using your whole foot to slide the paper instead of gripping with your toes. Focus on that grabbing motion. Another mistake is giving up when cramping starts. Push through 30 more seconds, then rest. Practice this while watching TV. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice better balance. Within a month, stairs feel easier. Your feet are just the foundation. Now let's rewire your brain with a movement that feels completely unnatural but creates new neural pathways. In Japanese parks every morning, you'll see elderly people walking backward in perfectly straight lines. It looks bizarre, but neuroscientists recently discovered this creates new neural pathways and can reverse cognitive decline by up to 40%. This is Koho Aruki, which means backward walking. It's been common in Japanese parks since the 1950s, considered essential for maintaining mental sharpness. Here's why this matters. When you walk forward, you're on autopilot. Your brain isn't really engaged, but backward walking forces your prefrontal cortex to wake up and pay attention. This is neuroplasticity. Novel movements force your brain to create new connections. Research shows elderly people who practice backward walking show improved memory, better spatial awareness, and significantly better balance. Backward walking activates your posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, calves. These are the exact muscles that prevent you from falling backward, the most dangerous type of fall. Here's how to do Koho Aruki safely. Start in a hallway or along a wall. Stand tall and look over your shoulder. Take small steps backward, landing toe to heel. That's opposite of forward walking, where you land heel to toe. Keep your arms out for balance or touch the wall lightly. Go slow. Start with 10 to 20 feet. Clear the path first. What makes this powerful is the mental demand. You can't zone out. You have to stay present, aware of each step. That constant attention builds new neural pathways and keeps your brain young. The most common mistake is going too fast or hunching forward. Keep your spine tall, shoulders back. Week 1. Practice 10 feet with wall support. Week 2. 20 feet with light touch. Week 3. 30 feet unassisted. By month 2, add gentle inclines. We've activated your feet, bones, and brain. Now let's build grip strength with something you probably throw away every morning but Japanese centenarians use to predict their independence. Japanese centenarians can wring out a wet towel with more force than most 50-year-old Americans can grip a handshake. This single measurement predicted their independence 15 years later with 91% accuracy. This is tenugui shibori, which means towel wringing. It became the subject of research in the 1970s when doctors noticed elderly people with strong grip strength stayed independent longer. Grip strength isn't just about opening jars. It's a window into your entire body's muscle mass and cardiovascular health. Studies show weak grip strength predicts earlier mortality, cognitive decline, and loss of independence better than almost any other measurement. Think about daily life, carrying groceries, turning doorknobs, catching yourself when you stumble. All require grip strength. When your hands are weak, your world becomes harder to hold on to. Here's how to do tenugui shibori. Take a bath towel and wet it thoroughly. Hold it horizontally with both hands, shoulder width apart. Twist in opposite directions as if wringing out water. Use your entire forearms to rotate, not just your wrists. Your forearms will burn. Your grip will fatigue. Your shoulders will engage. This activates forearm flexors and extensors, intrinsic hand muscles, and rotator cuff stabilizers. The water provides variable resistance. The wetter the towel, the heavier. As you wring, it gets lighter, forcing constant muscle adjustment. That's functional strength that translates to real life. Do 5 to 10 reps of maximum squeeze, holding each for 30 seconds. Alternate directions. Start with a damp towel if soaking wet feels too intense. Progress to thicker towels. The most common mistake is using only wrist rotation instead of full forearms. Another is gripping too close together. Keep hands shoulder width apart. Don't hold your breath. Practice this after every shower. Within 2 weeks, jars open easier. Within a month, carrying bags feels lighter. From your extremities to your core, this next exercise looks like magic, but works like a deep internal massage most people don't even know is possible. This practice looks like your organs disappeared. Japanese wellness practitioners adopted it in the 1920s, and clinics now prescribe it for digestive issues, back pain, and incontinence. It's called hara oshi, which means belly pushing. You can massage your internal organs from the outside by manipulating abdominal pressure through breath control. This creates a vacuum that massages your digestive system, strengthens your pelvic floor, and activates deep core muscles. Conventional core exercises miss the transverse abdominis, the deep muscle that acts like a natural weight belt around your spine. This works that foundation. Here's how to do hara oshi. Stand with hands on your thighs and lean slightly forward. Exhale completely, every bit of air out. Keep pushing until empty. While holding your breath out, pull your belly button toward your spine and up under your rib cage. You're creating a hollow space where your stomach was. It should look dramatic. Hold for 5 to 15 seconds while keeping breath held out, then slowly release before breathing in. That's 1 rep. Do 3 to 5 reps once or twice daily. What you'll feel is strange. A pulling sensation deep in your abdomen, maybe slight lightheadedness. Your body is learning a new pattern of internal control. The massage effect stimulates peristalsis, the contractions moving food through your system. People report improved digestion, reduced bloating, and more regular bowel movements. The unexpected benefit: this strengthens pelvic floor muscles, preventing urinary incontinence. It builds core stability that protects your lower back better than any crunch. Critical warnings: never do this on a full stomach. Wait 3 hours after eating. Avoid if pregnant, menstruating, or have a hernia. The most common mistake is not exhaling fully first. Start with 5 seconds and build gradually. Practice first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice improved digestion. We've worked everything from feet to core. Now let's address something nobody talks about. Your eyes are muscles too, and they're aging faster than the rest of your body. While Americans accept that reading glasses are inevitable after 40, elderly Japanese people train their eye muscles with exercises that can delay or reverse age-related vision decline. This is me no undo, which means eye exercise. Your eyes have muscles that control movement and focus. Like any muscle, they weaken with age and lack of use, but nobody tells you to exercise them. Dr. Masaharu Takatsuka developed this system in 1963 after noticing people who did regular eye exercises maintained better vision longer. The problem is screen time. When you stare at screens all day, your ciliary muscles, which change lens shape for focusing, barely move. Over time, they lose the ability to adjust. And that's when you need reading glasses. Here's how to do me no undo. Part 1 is focus shifts. Hold your thumb at arm's length and focus on it for 3 seconds. Then shift to an object 20 feet away for 3 seconds. Repeat 10 to 15 times. You're forcing your ciliary muscles to contract and relax, keeping them flexible. Part 2 is directional training. Without moving your head, look far right. Hold 3 seconds. Look far left. Hold 3 seconds. Look up. Hold. Look down. Hold. Now, diagonal corners. Complete 3 full cycles. This strengthens the 6 muscles that move your eyeball, controlling eye tracking and depth perception. Part 3 is figure eights. Trace a large figure 8 pattern with your eyes only, 10 times clockwise, 10 times counterclockwise. What you'll feel is muscle fatigue around your eyes, maybe a mild headache initially. You're working muscles that haven't been challenged in years. Do this sequence for 3 minutes, morning and evening. Regular practitioners report delaying reading glass dependency by 5 to 10 years. The most common mistake is moving your head instead of just your eyes. Another is going too fast. Hold each position fully. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice less eye strain. Within a month, improved focus switching between near and far objects. Now, you've learned all 6 weird movements. Let's put them into a routine that takes just 12 minutes and fits into your real life. Here's your 12-minute protocol. Morning, 1 minute kangaroo hops, 2 minutes backward walking, 3 minutes eye exercises. Evening, 2 minutes newspaper crumpling, 2 minutes towel wringing, 2 minutes stomach vacuuming. While Americans spend $87 billion on products that don't work, you're investing 12 minutes in movements proven across generations. These look weird because they address what Western fitness ignores. Which exercise surprised you most? Drop a comment and I'll respond with tips. If we hit 500 comments, I'll reveal the Japanese breathing technique that reduces stress hormones by 68%. Hit subscribe for more longevity secrets. Age is inevitable. How you age is your choice.